Bro, it is so hot outside. It's hot to the point to where old people ain't even saying stupid shit no more. Talking about like, oh man, God must be mad at us, or the devil must be peeing or something. You know how when it rain, they'll say, oh, somebody went to hell. Like, it's too hot for eating this shit. To the point to where my own grandma is calling me talking about it's hot as fuck. Like, that's what she talking about. It's hot as fuck, and I feel it. But you know, this made me think of something on a larger scale, which is like, hey bro, a conscious world. Understand that if we do not start to actually, I don't want to sound cliche and I hate this shit, but hear me out. If we don't start to wake up when it comes to like us and the world and what we doing, that's gonna, you right, we ain't got 50 years. You feel me? But I'm one of them type of people, if we alive, there's hope. You know what I'm saying? It ain't till it's over, it's over. And I ain't trying to do nothing with nobody that think like that. Like, well, we already down by, man, the whole team might have a heart attack right now. Shut up. You fight till you can't fight no more. Who is we talking to? Because I could have sworn I was talking to people, humans. You know what I'm saying? Not cats, humans. Humans, the most sophisticated piece of equipment, the human body, inhabited by life. That's what I thought I was speaking to. But no, I might have been talking to a human that doesn't understand that about humans. So I give him a little grace. But the point is, if we don't actually like become more conscious is the word, then what's gonna happen is, it's like right now the world is in a state of let's just say, y'all like to call it chaos, wars, a lot of shit going on, right? Well, let's call all that shit drowning. And let's say people like to say they drowning in the way shit's going on. Okay, well, what happens when you drown? The people that live are the people that listen to the lifeguard when he say, buddy, relax, calm down. And you calm down. And then they fill up their lungs with air, and they wait, and then they float, and then they get saved, and it just, you know, bye. But what type of person is the person that calms down? It's a certain type of person. Somebody who, even in a moment of panic, can shift their focus from dying to living. From shit getting worse to shit getting better. You have no reason to do that when you drowning. Matter of fact, all of life is actually telling you you're gonna die. But when you go beyond what you can see, what you feeling, what you tasting, what you smelling, if you go beyond your five senses, aka the material world, and you even allow the idea for a moment that you could live into your mind, the first thing that motherfucker do is hear the lifeguard. They go, oh shit, and they chill, and they usually get fucking saved. But the motherfucker that panics, cause he's like, no, why would I chill? If I chill, I die. You die. You ever been in a dream, and when you was dreaming, you was walking, and then you ran up into a motherfucker, and you're like, damn, I hope he don't rob me. Then he rob your ass. And you're like, damn, I hope we don't fight. Then you start fighting. And you're like, damn, I hope I can get him. And then you start getting him. And you're like, damn, I look like I'm finna win. Then you start winning. And you're like, damn, I hope he don't get up. Then he get up. Everything you shift your motherfucking focus to happens. That is exactly how life is. Whatever you consist of in your fucking dream, 100%, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. All of this, I'm at the risk of sounding crazy for the first time in my entire content career, I'm gonna allow myself to be a little free right now. This entire creation is vibrating. All of this, the illusion of the shit you feeling, all of that you perceive through your five senses, your sight, hearing, taste, touch, fucking smell, all of that. All of this is just vibrating. Imagine if I spun the ceiling fan super fast. Right now, it ain't got no space in it. An atom is 99% empty space, you feel what I'm saying? And the atoms make up the material world. So look at this space in this ceiling fan. If I straight up spun this bitch at 1 trillion spins a fucking second, and it was a solid object, but you never saw it still like that. You never saw it still. You never saw it calm. You never saw it relax. Oh goddamn, we can tie it to a lot of shit. But you never saw it in a state of stillness. You always saw it in its vibratory state, because you weren't able to perceive that or sense it, or whatever, however the fuck you want to call it. Not able to perceive that, or not sensitive enough. That's why sensitivity is important. But what happens is, if a child was born that seen that ceiling fan would look like a solid object if it was spinning that fast. It'd be like a plate, like a fucking white disc. And if you threw a rock through that bitch, you could never get nothing to go through it. You would never get nothing to go through something moving that goddamn fast. Not a rock, not a pebble, not a bullet, nothing. And if a child was born and he only saw that bitch as a solid object his whole life, and you told him that's actually 5 blades moving super fast. And there's gaps in between them. A lot of gaps. It's infinite. There's more gaps than it is fucking solid stuff. That child would look at you and say, you're high. You have to be, right? And that's how people looking at me now. But my point is, once people start living beyond this shit and they calm down, if you had 1% of the society doing yoga and meditating, gang, listen to me. And I'm talking about living like this, understanding that removing their identity, expanding their identity from beyond the world around them, material life, fucking what they see, what they taste, what they touch, what they smell, what they hear. Life beyond that, learning how to conduct themselves mentally and emotionally free from what's happening around them. When people start going in getting at that stage on the path of human life and human evolution and the evolution of life, what happens is a lot of shit start happening. They become whole within themselves because they start experiencing dimensions of themselves, because everything got the same source, right? The same source, God, spirit, universe, all that shit that people get caught up in. Everything got the same source. That source is just like the light in a movie theater shining from the thing. It's all white. But when it hit the screen, it got the colors, it got the happy, the sad, the death, the birth, fucking all of that. That screen just reflects the light. And let's call that light in the movie theater, the projector, that's spirit. Let's call that spirit or God, or that's really the only thing that exists, truly. That thing shines the light onto the screen of the movie theaters, the atom, which is like atoms and shit. That light is then reflected off the atom and then perceived by aspects of the different aspects of the creation in different ways, because we have a human body that has these type of eyes with this type of brain and this type of neurons and all that shit. When the light or the spirit off of that atom comes into contact with our five senses or our physical senses, the electricity is then converted within ourselves and we get an image of what we see outside of us, but the image is actually projected within your body. Because when you see the world, you seeing it as it is reflected on the mirror within yourself. You're not actually seeing the shit, because what it is spirit or energy or consciousness, or whatever. People like to use a lot of different fucking words. I'm trying to relate to everybody and communicate in a way that everybody can hear and understand, you feel me? But the point is, if that light, that beam is the only thing that exists, and everything else is but a shadow of that, reflected off of the atom, right? Then that would mean that the light from that projector is the only thing that exists, and all things and aspects of those things are from that as its source, right? And that would mean that who I am is that, you feel me? But you can't say that if you haven't experienced the beam. Like you experience your body, so that's the only reason you can look at yourself as the body or the mind or emotions or something in material life, because you experience material life. If this shit was invisible to you, you couldn't connect your identity to it, because it doesn't exist in the state of which you're trying to connect your identity to it. So you can't identify as that or know yourself as that one thing or that one united substance or God itself or whatever the fuck, however you want to word it. You can't know yourself as that until you experience that aspect of yourself. And how would you know it's in you? Well, other religions, they've said the kingdom of God is in you. You must go within all. Anyway, let's get back to the point. Let's just call it a substance. If that substance is the only thing that exists, and it is responsible for everything that was, is, will be, whatever, it exists in an air of infinity. It has no beginning nor end. It's both here and not here at the same time, completely beyond. You know, if you were talking about quantum physics, it would make more sense. But you can't look at it from the logic of the material world, because that's not the same logic. Shit changes when you start going into different dimensions of creation. It's still logical, it's just not logical per the way you know logic. You get what I'm saying? But the point being, if that's the only thing that's responsible for everything, then that would mean that shit is the source of creation, and all the things that come from creation, like, you know, water, air, whatever the fuck, everything that's made up of atoms. And if my body's made up of atoms, right? And I know that I'm not my body or my mind or none of this shit, because remember, that would mean that I'm the movie on the screen. No, I'm not the images on the screen. I'm the thing that's responsible for the images on the screen. I'm not the material shit, family, friends, race, religion, all that other stuff. No, I'm not that. Mind, body, personality, all of that's memory. Because in order to have physical form, you gotta have memory. Genetic memory, atomic memory, elemental memory, shit like that. I'm none of the memory, none of the form. I'm the thing that gives us the illusion of the form, which is the beam coming from the projector. So if that's what I am, and if that thing is responsible for everything that is made up of atoms, then that means it's responsible for my body. And that means the source of this is in here, and I need to go in here and experience it and lay eyes on that. And that way I can see it. And if I see it and experience it for myself, now it's possible for me. I know myself a layer deeper than my flesh and blood. And if you know yourself another layer deeper, then that means you can expand your identity another layer deeper. And when you do that, that's what we call rising up the serpent from the in the woods, like in the Bible. I'm not a Christian, but yeah, goddamn it, it's in there. The point being that once you do that, you start living beyond the world. And when you start living beyond it, live in the world, but be not of the world, how it go in the Bible, shit. And I'm not a Christian, I'm just saying. Once you start to do that, you can then your ability to live in this motherfucker is almost God level. People will look at you and hear your words. Not only will the shit you say make more sense, and the shit you do won't make sense, but it'll make sense in the end. They'll question it because they looking at it through their lens of ignorance, because they don't see the same shit you see. So what happens is that it won't bother you, but you'll naturally find your way of just living how you wish. People will question it, but then in the end they'll be like, oh damn, that shit actually worked it like that. And in worst case, you say some shit that's too big, and then they Jesus your ass, because this is what Jesus knew, this is what Buddha knew, this is what the saints and sages, the holy men knew, this is what the wise men that took Jesus knew, that brought him shit and took him to, this is what all of them, the yogis, mystics, this is what they all know. Swami Sri Yukteswar, Paramahansa Yogananda, Sai Guru, Swami Harinanda, Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna, Krishna, all of them. This is the one message of the illuminated ones throughout all of time. Get to that. Know yourself is that. Know who you are. And when you know who you are, then bro, you can put on any costume you want. I'm out here, I'm a content creator. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'm not a content creator, but I'm a content creator. I can put on any mask completely, free from the bonds of the memory and all that other shit. And that is the ultimate goal of anybody that's seeking or doing shit that we got going, or living, you feel what I'm saying? Whether they know it or not, that's the goal. Because it's still memory within my system that I strive to transcend every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, I gotta know myself as that. Now, mind you, a lot of the stuff I just said, half of it is experience, another half of it is things that I've been told from the people that I've learned from, whether it's via books or whether it's an actual guru in an initiation process. You get what I'm saying? The point ain't to make you leave this video believing it. It's really to get you to see that strive, because this shit make a lot of sense, don't it? See what I'm saying? To the point to where even somebody that's doing yoga, who only been doing what I've been doing, I've only been initiated for like 2 years, but even somebody that's doing that can lay it down and the shit make perfect sense. Like it a lot of questions, but shit. Then a motherfucker telling you that you can go do it for yourself, so you ain't got no barrier to entry. Like, nah, you need to buy this book. You really don't. But what does that have to do with people today? If we don't get at least a small percentage, like 1% or more of the society, or whether it's America or the world really, to start to go within themselves and divest like from the world around them and invest into seeking in this, because this shit is only telling you to go here. That's why we keep running across conundrums and shit and questions we can't solve. Motherfuckers is been fighting for their life for years to figure out how the ancient Egyptians did shit that they did. You get what I'm saying? How they was creating such mathematically perfect fucking precision cuts in the oldest times in Egypt, in fucking hard ass granite and material. But we thinking about it from the perspective of, oh, well, they can't do this, so they must have did. I wonder how they did it. No, you can't be confused about some shit then saying what it can't be. Whatever they did, it's probably some shit that we just ain't willing to accept. Something that if we did hear it, it would actually register as, we wouldn't hear it. We keep thinking that if we actually figured out how ancient Egyptians did what they did, we would hear it and go, oh, that makes sense. No, hell no. If we actually heard what the fuck they was doing and the techniques that they was using and how they was doing technology, we'd probably hear it and go, yeah, that don't make no fucking sense. You feel what I'm saying? And we wouldn't even be willing to accept it. We killed the fucking guy because he was telling us washing hands after fucking touching dead bodies and delivering babies would keep them alive. We said, fuck you. I'm gonna keep touching dead people and I'm gonna keep going to deliver babies right after. I don't know why they died, but it ain't cause of that. Yeah, we killed the motherfucker, beat his ass, and then he got through in a crazy house, and then he died because the doctors didn't wash their hands before they was tending to his injuries. Fucking insane. Took 100 years after that man died before washing hands became legal. And that shit happened in the fucking 80s. That's insane. Like, it didn't become legal like in medical practice until like the fucking 80s or some shit. And all of those years of doctors growing up and dying and growing up, it's cause motherfuckers be in the way. People's ignorance and lack of knowing and openness to the world, but trying to this innate desire to explore and be more and know about the world is being blocked by this ignorant ass confidence and conclusions that keep us from looking into shit that could possibly have answers inside of it. But after fucking 3, 4, 5 generations of doctors come and go, it took that many fucking people to be born and die before somebody was born, or enough people was born to where they was like, yeah, let's take a look at this. And, oh, he was right. Yeah, but I'd roll over in hell and curse you bitches. I swear to God, this is why Jesus is dead. But I'm not a Christian, but this is exactly why he did. Because people that's why he said they know not what they do, because they ain't know. If they knew this shit, fuck is you scared for? Because his words might overthrow the king, and then we might not have food, or we might get beat, or if I ain't got food, my family. So you notice how everything ties back to flesh, material shit. Your fear got you trying to protect this flesh and blood, thinking that I'm a fucking threat. But your ignorance is blinding you, so you don't even see that the motherfucker you finna murder on the cross, I'm actually like the guy. Like, I'm trying to tell you, fool, how to actually thrive out here in this bitch. Like, we could make shit materialize out of thin air. I'm trying to put you on. No, you're gonna kill me instead because you think this is what's gonna keep you safe. But because I love you so much, if you think taking my body from me, because bitch, I'ma still live on because I'm not the motherfucker. What is death? What are you talking about? But alright, if giving you this stupid ass body will make you feel good, take it. You know what I'm saying? And it take a different type of motherfucker to live like that. You feel what I'm saying? But if we don't get at least 1% of the world to be more conscious and live beyond this on a base level, just not on some Jesus shit, just on a level of learn how to think and feel irrespective of what's going on around you, how to fucking be joyful within yourself and in your thought and emotion regardless of what's happening around you. If we don't teach people to do that, then they're gonna drown. Like, imagine if I'm the lifeguard telling the rest of the world, stop fucking stop panicking. And you can knock out a motherfucker that's drowning. You can't knock out the whole world. Fuck. Like, you telling them to stop panicking, but then when you say that, they say capitalism, the government, racism, them black people moving in my neighborhood, them white people moving in my neighborhood. Like, they getting caught up in all of this shit. And they panicking too hard to calm down, and they telling you gotta change the world before I can calm down. No, and you're gonna, that's like the motherfucker drowning telling you, hey, you gotta save me before I can stop panicking. Bitch, you're gonna kill both of us out here in the middle of the fucking ocean. We're both gonna drown if I do that. And I ain't finna, you got me fucked up. I will joyfully go back to the crib or escape this bitch and move to the mountains before I let you do that dumbass shit. No. You have to fucking stop panicking and calm down in the middle of the bullshit to escape the bullshit. That's the only way you're gonna blossom in the shit. Other than that, you're gonna become a part of it, just like the ocean. You gonna wanna stop panicking while you drowning in the ocean? Well, you become a part of that motherfucker as the silt on the bottom. You feel me? So yeah, if we need like 1% of the society to like start moving from this mentally and emotionally, then once they do that, they'll naturally stop suffering because they won't create suffering within themselves. Mental health will improve fucking tremendously if we implement implement pranayama, whether that's pranayama, hatha, or kriya, which is the yoga working around just the pure energies in your system itself, into like different programs in schools like PE and shit like that, because it's not religious. Yoga ain't a religious thing. We could file the shit under exercise, and then motherfucker go to have different schools and programs set up to where kids in PE are doing kriya yoga, learning this at an early age, and adults is learning this outside of like later in life. And that shit, once 1% of the society learn how to live beyond the creation like that, and becomes more joyful and more intense and intentional with their focus, their willpower, and their energy within themselves, anybody strictly operating from the material world won't be able to stop them people. When I say I'm going somewhere or I'm gonna do something, bitch, there is not a fucking soul on the planet that could halt that shit, and that's a fact. Ask anybody that fucking know me. I could play, bitch, if I play Monopoly and say I'm coming around on that space, I'm coming around them. That's fact. Especially if I don't tell you. Like, if I tell you, then y'all can all collectively put your thoughts and shit to it. But even if I do tell you, it don't fucking matter, because I'm gonna still be quiet, because I ain't gotta worry about what the fuck you doing. I should worry about what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? And once a small percentage of the society recognize that, then how they approach racism and problems and death and violence and theft and shit in the world, it changes, because how they approach that shit mentally and emotionally evolves, and then they start looking at shit a whole lot differently. And then when you got a good chunk of people living like that, intense as hell, it don't matter how many governments is against you, bro. These people are working, these people are living in the material world, but working on the material world, not just from their five senses and what they can do. They're working on it from in here too. They putting work in. They grinding out here and in here. They putting in work on two different fronts. Not just the material side, but the energetic side of it too, which is the main side. They are so intense, the level of intensity, like you would have to jog a mile and devote, your fucking grandma would have to pass away or some shit for you to have that much desire and fire and drive behind what you want. But when you got people that can create that same burning rage, that same level of intensity you get from a burning rage or revenge or like some shit like, or a child being born in your life, now you gotta step up that same level of fucking fire you got in you when shit happens around you. These people can create that same level of flame just from just existing. They could just say shit, I want $1,000, or I need $1,000 right now to do something. It's like that. You know how shit miraculously goes wrong in your life? Those are miracles. They just miracles you don't like. Well, shit miraculously goes right for these people. They're miracles. They just fuck with those miracles. You get what I'm saying? Once you got a small percentage of society living like that, I ain't gotta ride in the street, bitch. The revolution will be televised, and it'll happen underground at the same time. Motherfuckers would never know. They'll just think, oh, he just got motherfuckers doing yoga. It ain't nothing special. It's stupid shit. Yeah, I bet it is. Until shit just start happening in the world. Like, oh, damn, he had a heart attack? That crazy. We didn't want him to die. We wasn't praying on his death. But he died though. Ooh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh damn, they passed that law. It was like a 1 in 100 million chance they would have did that. It's crazy how we got lucky, huh? When shit just start happening, yeah, you ain't gotta do. They gonna be fighting like hell with all the whatever they got, guns and bullets, and shooting all the wrong motherfuckers, and then all of a sudden that shit stopped too, and it's like, oh damn, you ain't even getting the right people, because the whole time the people that's doing the work they behind the scenes. They doing yoga. They fucking, these motherfuckers is mass meditations and shit. Motherfuckers is really getting together, fucking up some shit. You ever seen Naruto and how the Ino clan, they fucking do shit with the, yeah, come on man, but that's not jokes though. I'm being so fucking honest. Like, those are gonna be the people that actually, you know, if we survive the goddamn ozone problem and the heat and shit that's going on over the next 50 years, and the problem with the dirt and shit and farming and shit like that, it'll be because of those people. It'll be because of that. It'll be because a group of a whole bunch of conscious motherfuckers got together and used not just their material resources and body, but they use their will, their mind, emotions, and life energies to also aid in that issue, which actually does more. That's why I say there's motherfuckers doing yoga and meditating in mountains, in caves, that ain't been to the city of civilization in fucking 40 years, who have done more work for the world than motherfuckers that been out here thriving with billions of dollars or millions of dollars trying to help people. Like, and you might not, that might not make sense, but listen to all this shit we just talked about. So yeah, we got to get like a small percentage of the world together to, like, you know, the goal is to get a good chunk of motherfuckers to understand this and experience this within themselves, and get them to like they're willing, so they're gonna come in and be like, oh man, what y'all got going? That sound kind of cool. That kind of cool. And then when they actually do the work and see for themselves, they're gonna be like, oh hell yeah, come on now. Then they gonna tell a friend, and slowly it'll build. And then when you get these people putting their intentions, like, they become different types of people. The solutions they can now see, they can see more of the world. So now they see more dots to connect. So they're gonna connect more dots. So they're gonna see solutions and ways we could fix the world and solve some of these old ass problems like racism, violence, crime, children being hurt. They're gonna see those old problems in a new light. They're gonna see different solutions that would actually work better than just, like, you know, just locking motherfuckers up, killing motherfuckers, eat the rich, like old surface level shit that people be saying, that like just get rid of white folks, like all that type of shit. Like, it be surface level fucking shit. Like, everybody's saying it. You're just part of one. Which group you from? Are you part of the let's get just beat the fuck up and just take it, let them just fuck us and don't do nothing? Like, that sounds fucking stupid. Then another motherfucker is sitting here like fucking well, let's kill everybody that's against us. Oh god damn, like, it's crazy. You got the rich people and the poor people fight. It's crazy. But most of these people on both sides don't actually see the shit that they don't even know the shit that I'm saying. But yeah, if we get enough people in the world to be conscious and start living like that and transcending this life, they'll be able to live better, and then we'll start to build a group of people that can actually make a crazy amount of change in the world. So yeah, but look, I'm finna go. This video long as fuck. How long this bitch is? 26 minutes. That's insane. I love y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Got tired of saying please, had to fucking make it happen. Bitch, you know we bout to action. Did all this to be in traffic. Bitch, you know this how we actin'. Bitch, you know that's how we actin'. And you know that's how that happen. And you know that's how it be. Cause it was just us three and we just lost D. Hope you think